and gentlemen, welcome into the first tier list of 2025. Round of applause. Round of applause everywhere. We made it. They said we couldn't, but we made it. It's been about since October, and I've genuinely missed making these videos. These are always fun to make for me because I get to spill out my opinions on some of the things that you guys may love as well, and then I get to hear what you guys think, and you guys can absolutely roast me in the comments and totally destroy my feelings, but that's okay. We're here for a good time. We're here for a good time because today we're going to be ranking not just anime openings, but video game openings. We're going to be going through the entire Persona franchise today, except for these last two. I don't know what this is. I have a feeling that might be that random Persona anime that they made that has like I'm in the house like carpet song in it. I think I'm not 100% sure, but we're going to be ignoring that just because I don't know what that is and I don't even know what to search up for that. So like I said 5 times already, we're going to be ignoring that. We are going to be going through all the spin-off games for Persona as well. So all the Qs, all the Arena Ultimaxes, all of the Strikers, Tactica, anything that Persona 5 came out new with. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to go ahead and drop a like down below. Subscribe if you guys are new, and comment down below what your favorite Persona opening is. It could be from the games or the anime, or if you have an answer for both of them, let me know. But with that being said, let's jump right on into it. And the first Persona opening is just not good. I don't even want to be mean to the one that started it all, but literally the song and animation do absolutely nothing to even make me like excited for the game I'm about to play. It doesn't even get me a treat. It makes me feel like I'm watching the visual representation of someone's Alzheimer's going off. And you know what, honestly, I think I'm moving it already down to the worst. Starting off real strong with the first Persona. Good job. But don't worry, we're gonna climb our way up there because next we have... Is this Innocent Sin? Yeah, okay, this is Innocent Sin. So Innocent Sin did a better job than Persona 2. Innocent Sin did a better job in comparison to the first Persona game, but it didn't really improve on much. It just kind of did the bare minimum, at least in comparison to where the first Persona did not even the bare minimum. But the second Persona game, oh, what are you called? Hold on, I need to look at this. Eternal Punishment. Eternal Punishment did a better job than the first Persona 2 opening. That is weird. Eternal Punishment did a better job than Innocent Sin did. And by the way, I'm not ranking these based off of the game, if that wasn't obvious enough. I'm purely ranking it based off of like the animation and the music and overall how they work with each other. I will say Eternal Punishment did get me a little bit more excited than Innocent Sin did. So that's an immediate like, you're doing a good job. You're doing a good job. But gonna do a way better job. Persona 3 came in with Burn My Dread and just burned all my worries for the rest of this tier list because look, these first 3 are a little bit of a hassle to get through, but we persevered and we're at peak now.
Persona 3 may or may not be my favorite installation into the Persona franchise, primarily Persona 3 Reload.
But you know, I mean, neither here nor there. It was at Persona 3 when Atlus finally found what they wanted Persona's identity to be going onward, that just wasn't a Shin Megami Tensei like spin-off. And honestly, I'm so happy because I absolutely love everything that they did in this opening. The song is really good. The opening animation is like very, very good for what it was back in the day. Although they do have a lot of spoilers, but the thing is with spoilers is that if you don't know what the hell you're looking at, they're more so just kind of like, hey, bad haircut guy with a scarf, look out for him. Yeah, other than that, major improvement in comparison to the last 3. But moving on to something that manages to be even better is Persona 3 Fez. And honestly, now that I'm looking at it and now that I'm feeling it, because I do want it in A, I don't think we're quite at an S tier yet. I think I'm gonna move Persona 3 down to B, just like a middle of the road. B for me is like a middle of the road, like you can't go wrong. It doesn't do anything too crazy, but it doesn't do anything like bad. But Fez took the sad song, the weepy, cry, emotional sad song, and made it a cool rap. Are you kidding me? Blew my mind away when I saw that. When I first heard this opening and heard that song playing, I was like, oh my god, no, my heart is gonna get broken again. And then Lotus Juice just came in and was like, chills. And I was happy. I think it also works just because you gave us a song that we are familiar with and then just entirely spun it on our heads, completely subverting our expectations. So A tier for you, very nice. But now we got probably one of the most fun in cast. Calm down, you Persona 5 lovers. Jesus Christ. We have probably the most fun cast Persona 4. And I'm not gonna lie. Oh, do I put it in front? I don't know where to put it. I don't know where to put it. It's either going right here or right here. I don't think it's above Fez. Because see, here's the thing. I love Persona 4. The original opening, it's not my favorite song from the Persona franchise in terms of opening for 4. That was really stretched down and I apologize. But I don't think you could have the later openings for Persona 4 if you didn't do this first. Because this opening presents Persona 4 in a more kind of like, hey, here's the fun and here's also like the serious. Because, you know, we get the cool scene with, what's his name? We get the cool scene with your uncle. I'm forgetting his name for some goddamn reason. You get the cool scene with him and Adachi. I'm really upset that I remember his name and not the uncle. You get the cool scene with them, which is like, you know, they're on the investigation scene. He's smoking a cigarette and it's like all the numbers and letters like on the screen. Very, very cool. I really like it. Like I said, the song really isn't my favorite. I think it's good. I think we're still in the right direction and continuing to go in the right direction as to what Persona will become. Solid A. And now it's time for a redemption arc because now we got the Persona remake, an immediate upgrade from what we were last left with the original Persona. Also, if the images are wrong for these, don't crucify me on a cross. I wasn't gonna take the time to look at each cover and appropriately line it up. I think that's right. Just because the other one looks like it's from frickin', I don't know, back in the Stone Ages. But it's enough about the covers. Immediate upgrade from the first Persona. Actually gave me interest and intrigued me into the first Persona. And if you do that with anything, with just an opening, you've already done a good job. You've also cut the song time like by more than half. The first one was like 5.5 minutes. Did not need to be that long, by the way. This one's more casual. It's like an actual Persona opening. Very good job. Very good job. Up next, we got Persona 3 Portable. And I'm going to be real. The song is kind of whatever for me. This gets so many points because of the animation, though, because I love the, well, maybe not so many points, but it gets a good amount of points just because you can watch this opening either right side up or upside down and you can still get like the full opening because that's just how they made it. I think that's really, really cool, messing with the whole, like, you know, now there are two perspectives. You can play as a male and you can play as a female, and did it in a cool way. It's different. I like it. Moving on. We got the Persona 2 Innocent Sin remake song, and I'm not gonna lie, pretty good. This one followed in the tracks of the Persona remake opening, and this has intrigued me the most when it comes to these older ones, at least. The one thing that my brain kept on thinking when I was listening to this recently again for the first time in a while was that this sounds like it, but like it's an actual video game opening. Like if I were to boot up a random video game, like this is like the kind of like suspense and like go like kind of feeling that I get from like just any other kind of video game, some like action kind of video game. Even though that's not what this is, I like the vibe and I like the way it made me feel. So up there immediately. Up next, Persona 4 Arena. And this one's pretty good. How much am I gonna keep? No, yeah, I think that's a fair placement for it. This one feels like an actual anime opening, which I think does give it some more points to which it deserves. Like I was listening to it and watching it, and I'm like, the animation feels like a cool action opening, and it just sounds like one as well. Doing a great job overall. But now we're gonna go back there because we got the Persona 2. How the f did I forget the name again? Eternal Punishment. That's what you're called. Eternal Punishment. This one, I'm assuming they split the game into two. Like this is the first half and this is the last half. This gave me like, we're in the final arc of this proper vibes. And I'm assuming that's like what it was with these two. So if, once again, if that's what it was, you hit the nail on the goddamn head, Atlus. You did an amazing job with it. The strongest thing that I believe I can say towards this is that it does feel like it belongs in a final arc of an anime. Like, it's that final arc anime opening. But now we are done with Persona 2 remakes, and it's time to take the 2 remakes to get 4, because we're back at Persona 4 for what is like the shared best opening from Persona 4. This is going in a median S. Play me that harmonica and I'm good to go for the rest of the day. I love Shadow World so much, and this goes back to exactly what I said with the first Persona 4 opening. The first Persona 4 opening was more serious and slightly fun to kind of give you like, hey, this is what you're gonna get into. This one is all fun, which I feel is very, very appropriate, because like I said, I think this is the most fun cast in all of Persona, and they do a damn good job of making it feel like that as well, because once again, play me that harmonica and I am good to go for the day. The first S tier and a proud member of the S tier, might I add. Moving on to something that isn't as good, I mean, it's not an S tier, that's for sure, is the Persona 4 Ultimax Arena. You're definitely better than the first one, but I don't know if you're an A tier. I mean, it's good. It's really good. I mean, it's middle of the road B. You know, I mean, that's I'd say that's good, but I don't think it does anything crazy. It gives off shonen anime opening vibe, and I'm kind of here for that. I am the shonen boy. I'm the one who wins. Anyways, moving on from that reference that you may or may not get, we got the first Persona Q, which, by the way, can I just say, I don't know what the hell is up with the logo. That's a little weird in my opinion, but I love this vibe. I love the art style. I love all the character designs for this. Super, super cute. I think it's pretty good. I'll put it like, I'll put it like there. The more and more I put stuff in B, the more, you know what? It didn't feel right putting all of these in the same tier as this. That's going in A. I'm sorry if you've been yelling at me to move it up, or if you've been wanting me to move it down, how dare you? But yeah, Persona Q, it's super cute. I love the vibe. It's a super fun look and overall experience that you don't get from a regular Persona opening, at least. And I can really appreciate that. But I'm not gonna appreciate as much as this banger, Persona 4 Dancing All Night. Oh my God. They took the first Persona 4 song and just made it a billion times better. And they're all dancing. I'd even argue that it's better. I'm genuinely, you know what? No. It's better than Shadow World. You heard me hype up Shadow World with that. Well, get ready to hear the freaking first Persona 4 opening again, because god damn is this just chef's kiss. I love it. Anyways, moving on to Persona 5. I have a little bit of a hot take when it comes to Persona 5. It's not my favorite in the franchise. I haven't finished playing it. Put your goddamn pitchforks down. Stop it. Reflect on your actions. I think a majority of the music, actually, pause. I think almost all of the songs that come from Persona 5 aren't really the best, except for one medium, and I'm willing to get flamed in the comments for that, but we'll get to it when we get to it. The first Persona 5 opening is probably the best out of all of these. It's the classic wake up, get out there. I don't think I can legitimately put it anywhere below A. I don't know. The songs from Persona 5 just don't hit like others do. But the rest of the soundtrack, 10 out of 10. I just don't know what happened with the openings for some of these. But we don't have to worry about a Persona 5 opening, because we're going back to Persona 3, and I'm not gonna lie, listen. When I heard them get the Burn My Dread line and the Mass Destruction line, when I heard them sneak that in there, boy, was I was on board for that one. I was pleasantly surprised, and I legitimately went, ooh, okay, I see what we're doing here, Atlas. I'm right behind you with it. But as you can tell from my ranking,
It's not the best dancing opening.
not by a long shot. And I'll tell you what, genuinely, if I could put it there along with the words, I you know what? Here's the thing, and hear me out. The reason why it's below Innocent Sin is because you had a complete version song, and then you tried to do what you did with the Persona 3 dancing and incorporate the lyrics from the original opening for that game. And here's the thing, you didn't do it right. It sounds like whenever I hear Wake Up, Get Out There, or any one of those little bits in this, I legitimately cringe. Did not mix it right at all. Bad placement. The song was all right. Like, if it didn't have those, it might be like here or here, but it'd probably be in C. But you are at the bottom of the barrel in which you can be at. You had something, and then you threw it out the window because you just didn't want to let go of your dearly beloved Persona 5. And an opening that is not afraid to detach themselves a little bit from Persona 5 is Persona Q2. This is really good. This is really, really good. Once again, you bring back this art style. So amazing, so cute, and the animation is so much better than what it was back in the day. Not saying it was bad back in the day, but it's just got that modern day sleekness. And the song, it's like a jam. I wanna dance under a disco ball, baby. Makes you wanna move, makes you wanna groove. Plus, we get to see all three main casts from Persona 3, 4, and 5 interact with each other in their own little groups, which is always so awesome and cute to see. So a lot of thumbs up in my book. You're doing a great job. Now, I don't know if this next one's gonna be a little bit of a hot take, but there is one part of the I'll listen to it more over than that. There is one part of the Persona 5 Royal opening that I like, and I think that's because it sounds like another song that I know. And there's no way in hell that I'm gonna let any of you sit here and not hear the comparison, because it's genuinely scary. So just enjoy my paused face and just listen to this real quickly. I know, right? Isn't it scary? You could have fooled me that you somehow got Donna Summers in for this one. Anyways, that's the best part of this opening. The animation is a little hard to follow at times. Like, it feels like they just went for like the main frames and didn't do any in between frames. And it just like, it's not hard to watch, but everything goes by almost too fast. I don't know if that's a weird art. Please let me know if anybody understands what the hell I'm talking about when it comes to Persona 5 Royal's opening. Now, I wish the rest of the Persona 5 catalog could have taken a note from frickin' Strikers here, because Strikers is how you take the vibe of the first Persona 5 opening and change it enough, but not enough to the point where it doesn't sound like the same thing. This legitimately sounds like the freaking sibling or cousin to Wake Up, Get Out There. Just the same vibe, fits the rest of the Persona 5 soundtrack, does a great job, and obviously goes without saying, the animation for it is really good. Persona 5 Tactica, I don't really have much to say for it. I legitimately think I would listen to it less than I would the Persona 3 portable version. You see, even though I just said I wish Strikers came after Persona 5 so that games after could take notes from it, even though Tactica came after Strikers, it didn't take any notes from it, which is a little bit upsetting to see. But you know what? You live and you learn. And yeah, that's a Sonic reference. But moving on from a peak reference to a peak opening is exactly what we like to do here, because Full Moon, Full Life, you can't sit here and look me in my eyes and say that even if this isn't your #1 Persona opening, this is definitely a strong contender for it. The very first time I both heard and watched this opening, I just, something magical happened in my chest. I might as well have gone through puberty again and felt all the emotions, because, oh my god, this was the main thing that really got me to even take interest in Persona 3 Reload, because I was like, oh, Persona 5's a big one, I might as well get in with that. But then this kind of came out and I'm like, you cooked more than you had to, and I appreciate the hustle. I have belted the lyrics of Full Moon Full Life with all of my chest, and there's no way that I've belted the lyrics to Full Moon Full Life with my entire chest so many times that there's no way in hell it's not getting the first spot. It's the best. But now we're gonna be moving on to all of the anime openings, and you're gonna get a chuckle out of the Persona 5 ones. And when it comes to the very first one that we got, it does an all right job. It's literally just the Persona 3 opening again. It's kind of like whatever animations. I'll put it there, I guess. The first Persona 4 anime opening, it's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I think solid B, probably at the top. Pretty good, not gonna lie. And especially the animation. The animation really works well with the song, and that's always something nice that you like to see. But something that's not as nice to see is the Persona 4 animation opening 2. It kind of felt like they really were striving to be like, okay, this is the final portion of it. Let's make it feel ultimate, like it is the final, which can work in some situations. I just feel like it wasn't properly executed with this one. I don't know, crucify me on a cross. What are you gonna do? Call me Jesus Christ the way I'm dying for my beliefs. Because I believe that this one right here, this is how you properly incorporate an opening from a video game using it as in the anime. Take notes, Persona 3, the movie opening. Take notes, because that, I'd honestly be willing to say that it's like tied with the video game version of Shadow World, just because like it does, it just does such a good job of showing it. Plus when it gets to the Yu Nakamura at the end and it's the Shadow World, it just does such a good job. I can't recommend that enough. Next up is the Persona 4 Golden Animation Opening 2, and it's I appreciate that they didn't try to go for like the ultimate thing again, but that's also not kind of what they were doing with this. It's I think I put it like right below the first Persona Q. The animation, I forgot to say it with the first Persona 4 Golden Animation opening. The animation for both of these are just top tier, like genuinely really amazing. And you know, the animation for the first Persona 5, the animation opening, it's all right. It's better than the actual anime, but like I removed it off of my Persona playlist for a reason. So like I'll put it like right next to Royal, underneath, above, right there. That took a fat second to figure out, but it found its place eventually. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Dark Sun is the best opening Persona 5 has ever done. Excuse my stumbling on my words right there, because I freaking mean when I said I know that I stuttered, but you better believe me when I goddamn say that this opening, this is the best one that Persona 5 got. Dark Sun, especially the final version for the end, like nearing like the last couple of episodes, they cooked. It gave me like Bleach opening 13 vibes, like Ranbu Melody. It gave me that kind of vibes when I was watching it. I'm like, see, that's the way you give me an ultimate build-up final arc kind of feel. That's how you do it right there. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be the end of the tier list. As I said in the beginning, I don't know what the these twos are. I'm assuming they're from Trinity Soul, but I generally don't care to go and look at it just to be sure. If I should go look at it in my free time and I'm entirely wrong to not put it somewhere amongst this tier list, please let me know in the comments, and let me know if you guys enjoyed this video and if you guys agree with my takes overall. I'm genuinely really interested and curious to hear. And if you guys want more tier lists like this from me, please be sure to go ahead and check out the other ones that I've done, as I've done a handful of them, and comment down below which ones you would like to see me do next. I'm desperately awaiting for that final Bleach opening so I can just crush out the big three once and for all. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Iggy Media, and I will catch you all in the next one. Take it easy.